All right, boys and girls, we're going to solve our DMR, so make sure that you have all 3 problems completed and that you have a colored writing utensil to check your work. All right, let's go ahead and get busy. So number 1, we have 32 plus 26. So I'm going to make my place value chart just so it helps me remember what's in my tens place and what's in my ones place. And then I'm going to choose a strategy that I want to use to solve this problem, 32 plus 26. I think the strategy I'm going to use today is base 10 blocks, but you could have used any strategy that helps you solve the problem correctly. So remember, when we're adding, we're putting numbers together. So I'm going to draw both numbers with base 10 blocks because I'm putting them together. So I have 2 ones and 6 ones, and then 3 tens and 2 tens. Now that I have both numbers drawn with base 10 blocks because I'm adding, I'm going to start in my ones place and count up the value of my ones. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in the ones place, you should have gotten the number 8. If you got an 8 in the ones place, give yourself a check. Now I'm going to go and count up the value of my tens, or not the value, I'm going to count how many tens I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 tens. If you got a 5 in the tens place, give yourself a check. So your answer is 58. If you used a strategy like base 10 blocks or a number line or expanded form to solve your problem, you can also give yourself a check for using a strategy to help you solve the problem. All right, let's go on to number 2. Number 2, we have 97 minus 54. Remember, when we're subtracting, we're taking away. We're not adding. We're taking some away. That's what subtraction is. So for subtraction, I'm only going to draw my top number with base 10 blocks. So I'm going to draw 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then I am going to take some away. So we start in the ones place. Remember, we always start adding and subtracting in the ones place. So I'm starting with 7 and I'm taking away 4. So I'm just going to mark off 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to see how many I have left after I've taken away 4. 1, 2, 3. So you should have a 3 in the ones place. We're going to do the same thing in the tens place. I started with 9 tens and I'm taking 5 away. I'm going to cross off 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4 ones left. I'm sorry, 4 tens left. So if you got a 4 in the tens place, you can give yourself a check. If you got a 3 in the ones place, you can give yourself a check. And if you used a strategy to help you solve that problem, like base 10 blocks, a number line, or expanded form, you can give yourself a check for using that strategy. So I gave myself a check for using base 10 blocks to solve the problem. Last but not least, we have number 3, where we're trying to find the value of 2 quarters and 1 dime. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the coins, 2 quarters and 1 dime. If you drew the coins to help you figure out the value, you can give yourself a check for that. I'm also going to label my coins. These are quarters. This is a dime. So Q for quarter, D for dime, and I'm going to put the value. Quarters are worth 25 cents and dimes are worth 10 cents. If you labeled your coins to remind yourself that there's 2 quarters and 1 dime, you can give yourself a check for labeling the coins. Now that I have all of my coins drawn and I know the value of each coin, I'm going to start with my coin that's worth the most, my quarters, and I'm going to add those together. So 25, 25. Remember, when we're counting by quarters, we say 25, 50. So I'm at 50 right now, and then I'm adding 10 cents to it. So what's 10 more than 50? 60. So here, 2 quarters and 1 dime equals 60 cents. So I'm going to write 60 cents with the cent sign. If you wrote 60 cents including a cent sign, then you can give yourself a check. We're also going to write 60 cents with the dollar sign. So if you wrote 60 cents like this also, then go ahead and give yourself a check. Right? And tomorrow, if you do the same thing, if you do it with a cent sign and with the dollar sign, you'll get 2 checks. All right, so today you could have gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 checks. So I want you to count up the number of checks you got today, and I want you to think how you're going to get more checks tomorrow. Which strategy are you going to use to get more checks tomorrow? All right, we'll see you back for DMR tomorrow. Bye, boys and girls.